we go. Here's Shai saying he's leading Hidalgo's business development operations. And that's all I'm going to say about his official background. But what I'll say is from my own personal experience, we were looking into working with a third party and trying to help us also optimize our campaigns and look at performance and see how we can continue to scale. And I spoke to him once or twice on the phone. And what I can say is I learned a lot from him. He's a smart guy, he knows what he's talking about, he's got a lot of experience. And some of the things that I'm going to share later on in my speech actually come from these very short phone calls I had with him. I was able to take what I learned and actually develop it into a grander strategy. Okay, so further ado, here's Shai.
Thank you for having me over here. By the way, can you hear me without the mic? That's ridiculous. So I'll introduce my company first. Hidalgo. We're one of the Facebook marketing partners, one of the first ones actually in the past 6 years. We had the privilege to work with the leading developers in the industry like Zynga, Caesars, Nordius, Clarion, companies like that. And throughout these 6 years, we had a lot of experiences and insights about how to crack things open in Facebook and really help developers scale up. We also have our own technology, a custom Facebook marketing partner equals a layer of technology that enhances your Facebook marketing campaigns. So I work in the company for 3.5 years, so those are my 3 main ways to crack it on Facebook. I hope you enjoy it. So the first thing I want to talk about is comfort zone. This guy over here is a great campaign manager. The thing here he does, always does the same targeting, he does the same creative pretty much, and he always wins. So that sounds great, right? But the thing is, with our landscape as Facebook and the ecosystem there, that you have to win the election every single day and every single hour. So in our area, if you go way too much on the comfort zone, it will be very difficult for you to scale up your activities and actually gain success. So, 3 ways to crack it on Facebook are the targeting, crack the creative, and be fast. Be really fast. So let's get started. Targeting. Giving you an example, one of our core clients are from the strategy games genre, which is very challenging because usually strategy games, you know, like Machine Zone, they work with many agencies. They work with, they have inside their own company many products that competes for the same audience. They usually have a big, vast internal team, and you need to compete with them. All of those elements that a lot of media buyers are involved cause lower delivery and increases the prices, like Eyal mentioned. When you are having a successful product, you have competitions coming up, and get more challenging to buy. So, and while you do that on Facebook, you have many targeting options, really like candy shop for marketeers. If you're familiar with the audience insights, there's a lot of options of gender and interest targeting, and lookalikes, and on agency side, you are getting the same lookalikes from every single developer. So all the agencies there, they compete for the same audience, so you have to find a really interesting ways to find new users. So first tip of the day, be creative in your targeting. You can find many users while doing, trying to find new ways to find new users that will be responding to your product. Technique we did here with strategy game is we done something that's from the traditional advertising world, is finding a persona, defining it very accurately, and then try to build new audiences based on that. So meet Nerdy Ned. He's from US, 35, likes fantasy, likes sci-fi, likes the 90s PC games. He's into programming sometimes, he plays Steam games on his PC, and he sometimes likes to attend Comic-Con. You know this event in San Diego? So one of the elements one of our campaign managers did, he took Comic-Con video sets and tried to find what kind of targeting to correlate from. So I'm going to show you a short video and how many targeting possibilities you can spot here. identified. A lot of game genres, movies, and other sub-interests that you can actually help if you do intersection with other audiences like lookalike. That notice, the second tip of the day is on the creative side. On creative, there are many KPIs you can relate to, and generally campaigns. What we discovered we are most important. CTR will basically is a decisive of it's a factor that calculates how attractive your ad is. Install rate and conversion to FTD. FTD means first time depositor. That means how relevant is your ad. And impression to FTD is actually the whole funnel here. So, for example, this image over here, it may have more attractiveness and supposedly relevance, but monetization-wise, eventually the other image takes on. So you have to be really scientific with your creative. You have to really understand which creative performs best and decide on not necessarily on your gut. Make sure you do a lot of A/B testing, and those screens you see here is screenshots from our tools that helps us to make decisions every day. So we have data scientists that build a Bidalgo rank that able to us to have many KPIs into the calculations, and then decide, okay, this one I want, so I am using it. This one I don't have enough data, I'm pushing it. If this one is no good, so I'm improving it, I'm tossing it aside. So we're really KPIs that help us decide which creative works the best for us until we hit the jackpot. In this case, Nordius, one of our clients who does top 11 football app, if you guys know. It says, there's a saying that a picture worth 1,000 words. This one is worth $5 million. We spent, I think, throughout 2013, 2014, this image was by far the best. Why it was the best? A couple of very simple parameters that we took into consideration. The first thing, it showcases the product. So it's relevant for the audience automatically. They know what they're getting into. Automatically, their CTR corresponds with their conversion rate and has the ability to deposit. It shows some sort of a game evolution. Gamers love this evolution from 0 to hero. As far as graphics and color contrast, it's there. We have a white landscape in Facebook. It's a very dominant appearance. And on top of that, the action we use, the action button on the image is also something important. A lot of game developers are using Play Now for free or anything like that, but then they ask for the exact opposite of what they really want because they want to pay for their apps that they're free to play. So we are already asking them a more advanced action. Build the best cloud. Build is one of the actions that the game build a cloud. So be scientific if you're creating. Last part on Facebook's ways to crack it, be fast. Fast in Facebook means the Facebook auction changes every time. I think even last month, I think they changed their algorithm a bit. Facebook's ad type are constantly changing every quarter. There's a new ad type coming up. And Facebook's user engagement itself changes. So all those things are having a huge impact and we need to respond quick. So my advice to you is to adapt and go all in when you have an opportunity. Good example of how it's done, same here. We actually have a business case study with Facebook. And this one, we actually had the carousel ad that was released in last May, I think. And the idea here is that we adopted it from week 0. And once we did that, we managed to gain huge results. We did this campaign in Germany and UK. We managed to 21x times the impressions we got. Obviously, we got better delivery. And also on the revenue side, we managed to spend 50% of our budgets, which is close to 7 digits budget, on carousel ads, and 65% of the revenue was generated from this ad type. So once you start the campaign and you understand that new ad types can make the difference, so this is one of the things that work really well. So to wrap things up, be creative in your targeting, but be scientific with your creative, and be fast when Facebook changes. That's all there is to it. Thank you guys. Yeah, I can answer questions.
Talking about
CTR, would you be the CTR the overall one or the one that is actually clicking to the link, for example?
CTR means Facebook CTR because we're working with this example like app installs that, so we're working on the app.
How about likes, comments, and everything also would be a CTR separately for the
There is, I think, a separate zone
There is
for
a
engagement.
separate
Yeah, so we're talking
zone.
about the AdWords. It's about the app itself.
What's your thoughts on semi-misleading ads like play for free or we ask for
It depends on the funnel of the game.
like HubSpot I think has a free CRM
But then it's not free.
$300.
Yeah, some developers when they get misleading nature advertisements, sometimes they get lower credits, sometimes they get. Let's say you click on an ad, you keep it on the page, and when you go to the funnel and then you see the ads, and then you just make a comment on their pages and everything, so it kind of lowers the score. Facebook has what you call a relevance score.
Facebook reads the ad calls.
Facebook sees one of the things they check is negativity rate, like how many people are not want to see ads on those advertisements. If many people are clicking X out, then they get a lower score, they get less delivery, so they have to be. On Facebook, they're really strict with that. Actually, so misleading ads is something that's not working that well. Play for free and then ask for money way later. I mean, you can play for free, but later on you need to pay. It's not for me. Let's say if I pay that, we'll say pay for free. Then it's very low score.
I mean, one thing you said is go all in, right? So I guess it makes sense once you find something that really works, go all in, right? But how do you get to that place to find it?
Yeah, every time there's a new feature coming released from our side, evaluation, it makes sense for a company like us, for a product like we're promoting, go all in. So, do a lot of evaluation. But from our experience, there's a honeymoon period. Say once, fits the business that we do.
say go all in, for example, the carousel, just switch every one of your ads to carousel type and then see if it works.
No, we make decision. We actually make decisions on how much budget we want to invest there. We test the budget, we test it. We don't give up because sometimes there's a learning curve. So I've seen many advertisers that are doing it for a day or two, see the results are not in line with the results. Their managers are their ass, and they don't like it, and then they don't do it again. What we discovered is that you don't let go on the features. Of course, there's a limit, yeah, but you need to make sure at least for 1 month, test it out.
I have one question. You probably guys doing optimized for conversions. So
Yeah.
would you, for example, for the one that was starting on Facebook, would you recommend to go with a conversion optimizer, or would you recommend to start with a manual and then how long does it take for Facebook to pick up the conversions? Like, I mean, you don't like brutally cost around for, let's say, whatever.
Yeah, Facebook works a bit differently than Google. Facebook, Google you may have a much way to think about it. A lot of time and Facebook. Depends on the product they have to change.
How
They need to be on the product. Always tracking the best users, and every day they decide on one different product that they have to change. If it's like a 1-year subscription thing,
אני לא מרגיש שמשרד כזה לפרט. אני מרגיש שפרט לא עושה משרד. זה לא כזה, אתה יודע, לא ראיתי בסיגר.
We're kind of a mix of both. Mix of both worlds. We're a Facebook marketing tool.
פסלים, זה תעשה ראש של משהו.
Platform. identifiers. And also we operate as a remote managing agency. For optimizing campaigns, uploading, all operations of Facebook.
No.
We do have an algorithm as well. We have a rule system, everything that goes black box algorithm, white box algorithm. More questions?
On your website says just about
Fully mobile, even lead generation, Facebook developed lead ads, for example, so everything goes mobile.
אתה שומע את הסרט שלך,
That's where all the money goes.